turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with the knife. "Why so serious?" He sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with the next episode in our series of reviewing each and every single issue of DC Comics Infinite Frontier that I'm reading. This time we are doing Joker #1 by James Tynion and Gillian March. This one, like all of the others so far that we have, like Batman and Superman, I should say, has a backup story. This one is featuring our girl Punchline is getting the backup story. So just off the rip, the first thing I want to say about this is, again, the cover is fantastic. With Arkham, Joker, and Bane on the cover. And if you read Infinite Frontier, you know why Bane's there. Anyway, so this book starts fresh off the heels of what they are dubbing A-Day. And they're not calling it A-Day like Avengers, the game A-Day. It's A-Day as in it's just a day. Just another day. Arkham gets leveled by the Joker in Infinite Frontier, and Bane dies, and it's just a day in Gotham City. It's interesting, but the first thing I want to note about this issue is Joker #1, but it should be called Jim Gordon #1. This story is told through the eyes, with narration by Jim Gordon. He's in every panel, or not every panel, every page, except for the last one, of the main Joker story by James Tynion with Gillian March art. Let's say it's a Jim Gordon story. It's a Jim Gordon story, and it is a damn good Jim Gordon story. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Of all of the ones we've read so far, and I know it's only episode 4, this issue is definitely #1. Like, it's the best. It's fantastic. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's kind of told just what's going on with Jim Gordon after the Joker War, and after what, I guess not really after Future State, but I guess it's really after the Joker War and death metal and everything. It's just how Jim Gordon is doing with everything. He's not the commissioner anymore. He didn't have a big role in the Joker War story, and this is what he's doing. This is his goals, his character, and everything about Jim Gordon that you may want to know is told to you and shown to you in this issue here. And I love the idea, the little boogeyman concept that you can see, and the "do you believe in evil" kind of question that this issue is asking Jim Gordon. And it's really good. It's fantastic. Gillian March's art through and through is fantastic. So there's a character in here that I'm assuming is Bane. I know Bane is dead in this, but there's a big character, a big masked character. He's got like a gator face cover and a big hat and glasses. It almost looks like a disguise that Ben Grimm would wear in the Fantastic Four stories in like the 60s and 70s, and even as recently as Grim Noir. But it all kind of looks like that. But I'm assuming he's Bane. And through the end of this issue, what really kicks off the story is Jim Gordon, who has been haunted by the Joker for years after what happened to James and Barbara in The Killing Joke, is offered a chance to get his retirement and kill the Joker. That's his offer on here. Obviously, we don't know if he accepts it or not. It's an ongoing series, so I'm assuming he's going to accept it. But that is the main story. Fantastic art, fantastic character work, and the question to kick off a series of Jim Gordon. But the backup story is my girl Punchline, and it is the trial of Punchline, or the beginnings of the trial of Punchline. And if you read Punchline #1, which I would show my copy of right now, but it's currently at CGC, you know that Punchline has the video out, and all of the public is on Punchline's side. The Joker's sidekick and girlfriend that just attacked Gotham City now has Gotham City all under her thumb at this point. Whatever she says, they do it. It's almost like a cult following. You know, they're all painting their faces like Punchline, wearing free Punchline t-shirts. They got the dots on their faces and things like that. Or the cheeks, I should say. it's awesome. So that punchline number 1 was a great issue, and this one picks up basically like the panel that punchline number 1 ends on. Like, this would be the next panel. Like, if you were going to continue that issue, this next panel would be right there. So it's punchline number 1, and then boom, you're right in here to the backup story of Joker. And it's good too. So it's just punchline, and the witnesses are trying to get in for this trial, and she has this like mob blocking all the witnesses in. They killed one of them. They fished one out of the river. Witness number 2 was murked and killed and thrown into the river. And Leslie Tompkins sends Bluebird back to kind of check out her dorm room, see if she made any mistakes back then, which is the punchline. So punchline didn't make any mistakes. Punchy's perfect. And then we get a cool fight scene where the punchline is laying in her prison bunk. She rolls over to see an ace of spades, which is, or no, yeah, it's the ace of spades, because the queen of spades of the Royal Flush Gang, who's like the kingpin, or the queenpin, if you will, of this prison. And her cellmate's like, yeah, you get one of those cards, it's time to pay up what you have. Information, commissary snacks, contraband, anything you got goes to them. And punchline just goes, fuck that! And walks over, asks them, who the fuck do you think you are? Yada yada yada. Why do you think they call me the Queen of Spades? Why do you think they call me Punchline? Bam! Punches her right in the face, beats the brains out of her, beats the brakes off of her. Fantastic. It's a real short fight scene, but the art's cool. Sam Johns is the writer of this with James Tynion, I think, kind of like, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like James Tynion kind of like overseeing, like, hey, this is my character that I just created. Sam Johns, don't fuck it up, and Sam Johns did not fuck it up. It is awesome. I love Punchline, so I'm a little bit biased. This issue's great. It's another 10 out of 10, just like Swamp Thing. I think this one's a little bit better than Swamp Thing because of the character work with Jim Gordon, and it's got Punchline in it, so you get my money. Anyways, that's going to do it for me out of here. 10 out of 10. Get Joker number 1. Get it on your pull list. Read it. You'll love it too if you like Jim Gordon. If you like Punchline, you'll love it too. I'm a Punchline addict. Joker number 1. Tell me what you thought. I love it. Hopefully you loved it too. And I will see you guys in the next review of Wonder Woman number 770. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.